Three.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. Sam Webb here, Mr. Ira Weintraub on the other side. And if you're watching us on the stream, then you see one Mr. Blake Corum joining us here on the Michigan Insider for the first time as we gear up for his first toy drive, which we are going to be broadcasting live from. Blake, good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Doing great. Glad that you can join us and appreciate you taking the time, not to spend with us, but the time that you are putting into this toy drive that you have coming up, brought to us by your friends at Wolverine Boots. So let's just start off with how this all came about. We see so many things you're doing in the community, but tell us about how this toy drive came to be.
You know, it was probably before my turkey drive, my annual turkey drive, and I was talking to my dad, I was talking to my mom, my girlfriend, I was talking to Jared, Nadine. I was like, I want to do something else before I leave Michigan.
Mhm.
With this being my last year, I've always just wanted to be a part of the community. Any chance I get, camps, turkey drive, backpack giveaway, it doesn't matter. I was always trying to be a part. I'm like, so I want to go out with a bang. So I'm like, what do you guys think about a toy drive? And everyone was like, that's a great idea, And so then everyone started putting pieces together. This part of the community came together to help. This part of the community now, everyone's together. And Saturday, December 9th is going to be a beautiful thing. I'm super excited, and we're going to just help so many kids and families. So I'm super excited. But that's how it came about. It was really just a thought. Then everyone just started putting the pieces together, and now we're here.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. This Saturday, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. is when the toy drive over at Somerset Collection, North Grand Court. Highly recommend getting there early. You can start lining up before the toy drive. Get there by 10 if you can, and start getting in the line. You donate a toy, and you get a chance to take a picture with the guys. And so you have a lot of support in this. We're going to talk about the support of your teammates coming up, but the support that you're getting by one of your NIL partners, Wolverine Boots. What about that? I mean, to have that kind of support to go into this endeavor of yours off the field.
This is my third year working with Wolverine Boot, and it's been one of the best partnerships I could have ever ask for. Just the characteristics between Wolverine and myself, and Wolverine and the Michigan Wolverines, it just goes hand in hand with, hard work, tenacity, grit. All three of those things that they base their business also off of, we base our, business off of as well. So, the relationship that I have with Wolverine is super special. Wolverine will be there Saturday. Maybe they'll come to you in line. I know they're giving away codes, and they're giving away, I believe, like shoes and clothes and things like that. So make sure you guys are there early. Wolverine will definitely be handing out some precious gifts, and you don't want to miss it because Wolverine is one of the best brands in the nation. They've been around for 140 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been around for 144. So as you can see, when Wolverine and Wolverine meet each other, it's great things happening. So I'm just very thankful for Wolverine Boot. It means a lot.
Blake, when I heard about that partnership, a work brand, a blue collar brand, work boots, I was like, man, they got the perfect dude. Talk to your dad, talk to James a couple weeks ago. And man, I have been hearing these stories about you. Hey, man, Blake he can drive tractors. I was like, come on, let's I had heard that, but let's check with James. I said, so James, Blake, is he really good on a zero turn? Can he really drive a skid steer? He was like, yeah, man. He grew up that's what he was doing growing up in my
Yeah.
business. He was driving all of that. So it just made sense that you were repping Wolverine Boots.
Nah, it made complete sense. It made complete sense.
Yeah. So the other thing that I really liked about that partnership, of course, they're supporting your efforts in the community, but they're supporting Michigan NIL. So you've been working with Wolverine, and it felt like that was kind of the start because now a lot of your teammates are as well. And that's one of the things that I smile about, like a dude who goes and has success, opening the doors for the other guys on the team to go have similar success. So now you see JJ Wolverine Boots, Coast. I mean, so many of your teammates signed up as well.
So many, and that's the beautiful thing. And I'm just so thankful that Wolverine allowed, 10 of us, 12 of us. I don't really know how many it actually is, but it was a lot. I remember when we did the photo shoot and the little commercial shoot, and it was like a reunion with my
Yeah.
teammates. So Wolverine, is a very special brand. It means a lot to the Wolverine community, and I'm just blessed to have them, by my side. They text me before every game, just good people. I love working with good people, and Wolverine for sure. Without a doubt, is a good partnership for me, and hopefully we just continue to, be partners, which I believe we will.
Yeah. And so talk about their support and then the support from your teammates. So this is your off week. You committed to do this. You're gonna do this toy drive. You're gonna go out. You're gonna support the kids just like you did with your turkey drive. But so it's like all your teammates, man. I mean, everyone, all the guys that people see on TV are going to be at this toy drive. And so that's one of the things that I think about when all these stories were out there about who this team is and how they got to how you guys got to where you got to. It's like, first of all, that was false. It was ill. It was bad. But at the same time, it also overlooks things like this that you guys do, giving back to the community. Really, I think speaks to the core of who this team is because everyone's going to be there on Saturday.
Everyone's gonna be there. Now, they might be coming at different times, but they're gonna be there. So just having the support from my teammates and just wanting to be a part of a bigger cause, just warms my heart. It shows how strong we are. It shows that football. We love football, but there's a bigger picture to all of this. You know what I'm saying? And that's giving back. So Junior, Mikey, they'll be there real early. A bunch of my other teammates, they said, "Can I come early as well?" I said, "Come on." So there's gonna be so many of my teammates there, helping out. It's going to be such a great event. I'm super excited. It's going to be a great day. A bunch of smiles, bunch of laughs. Just a warm and rejoiceful day.
All right, so folks, to give you the details again, the toy drive this Saturday over Somerset Collection, North Grand Court, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Blake's first toy drive and an opportunity for you to give back to the community. All the toys gathered at the drive will be personally delivered by Blake to 3 of the Detroit Rescue Mission Ministry shelters close to Christmas Day. So you are absolutely helping to fill a need. You donate a toy, you'll be able to take a picture with the guys. And so you're invited for free. Just donate a toy. And if you want to purchase a toy there, Lego, Build-A-Bear, Toys R Us, all Somerset stores will be matching up to the first 100 toys purchased in store, value up to $25. So if you aren't bringing a toy, you can buy a toy when you get there and, take advantage of the opportunity, not only to give back, but also to get close to the guys that you watch endure this season, overcome this season, meet adversity head on this season. And I want to get to that, Blake, because I marvel at that. I marvel at how you guys have been able to endure despite all the noise. And so I'm curious, being on a team, how were you guys able to do that? How are you guys able to do that? Tune out everything that everyone's saying. They're still talking about it. You can watch the broadcast on TV, and they kept bringing up all this noise that people are talking about while you're about to win a championship. How do you guys and how have you guys tuned all that out?
It's Michigan versus everybody. That's how we turned it out. We really just bought into that, and it's like if you're not with us, you're against us, man. So whatever goes on inside Schembeckler Hall, in our fans, that's all we have, and that's all we need, and so that's kind of how we've tuned that out, just becoming closer together. I didn't think a team could become closer together, but we have, and it's a very special thing. Now we're making this run for the national championship, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other team in the nation besides Team 144. So that's kind of how we do it, man. We really take in the Michigan versus everybody statement, and
Mhm.
we just go from there.
Yeah, and it's that adversity, and it's the regular adversity that all teams have to deal with, the injury adversity, right? Overcame it last year with your injury, where
Hmm.
the team continued to progress and endure and beat Ohio State. And you guys are faced with a similar circumstance in this year's Ohio State game when Zach went down. So I know you've kind of talked about it in the media, but if you can kind of share with us the emotion of that moment and how you guys were able to compartmentalize. You're able to go out and still play, and not only still play, go out the next play and you take it to the house. Take us into that moment and how you guys were able to overcome in that moment.
It was a very emotional moment for all of us, just because a lot of us came back for the unfinished business. And Zach was one of those guys. Zach has been playing, or really starting since his freshman year. And he's been a huge part of that offensive line. And I felt what he was going through. Because last year, towards the end of the year, when you think you don't want to think ahead, but you do a little bit. Like, dang, the NFL's right there. I've been dreaming since I was a kid. And then you see a guy go down. It's like, dang, like I really felt him. I felt for him because I could feel what he was going through. Because of what I went through last year. But we knew we had to keep going. Just like when we lost Coach Harbaugh, we knew we had to keep going. So, the very next play, I saw Steel Chambers. The offensive line blocked well. I faked right, made Steel Chambers go over the top instead of fitting his gap. And it was 1-on-1 with me and the safety. And, we went 22 yards to the touchdown, and I had to throw up the 6-5 for a big Zent. It was a very special moment. But out of all of that, my favorite moment was when the fans just said, "Let's go, Zach." That was
That did the
impactful.
thing for you guys.
Yeah, that was it right there, man. That was it.
Yeah, it felt like, if at least from the outside, from the press box, from the crowd, it was definitely an emotional moment. I was wondering, was that something that lifted you guys up too? And it sounded like it did. A backdrop to the game, and I talked to James about this. I remember covering your recruitment, man, and it was very much felt like down the stretch of Michigan Ohio State battle. And James said, "Hey, Sam, I thought he was going to go to Ohio State." So, right. So, what was it, Blake? What was it at the end that made you say Michigan? Because obviously it's been an unbelievable choice.
One of the best choices I made. But at the end of the day, I knew I was gonna get great football out of both programs. Um, just like any other college, you're gonna get great football there. If you make it to, it doesn't matter, D1, D2 level, D3. You're blessed. And I was blessed to have multiple offers, but at the end, it came down to Ohio State and Michigan, man. And but it came down to where I want to leave a legacy at. Where did I want to be remembered? And there was no better place than being a Michigan Wolverine at the University of Michigan. And it came down to academics. Which school is going to set me up for life? What school has the best alumni? What school has the best fan base? Michigan. I'm in Florida right now, and there's Michigan fans everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go, but it's like that in every state. Maybe even every country. I haven't been to any other countries, but I heard Michigan fans and alum are everywhere. So there's no better university in the world than University of Michigan. I'm glad I chose it, and I was just wanting to make a difference, man. Like, even coming out of high school, I could have gone to back home. People go to DeMatha, Gonzaga, St. John's, but I went to St. Vincent Pilati, because I wanted to be different. I wanted to change the narrative, and we did that at the University of Michigan. We're 3-0 against Ohio State. Since I've been here, didn't play COVID year. 3 Big Ten championships. Going on to our third college football playoff appearance. So now we just got to finish, man. We got to finish, and but it's been a joyful ride, and I'm blessed that I chose the University of Michigan, and it chose me.
Let's back up to when you were making the decision to come back. I've heard you talk about this before, but I'm curious, as you look at it in retrospect, as you laid out the list of things, of reasons to come back, if you can lay out how many of those that you've hit and what's left. And I ask that question because you got guys who are going to be in similar positions coming. JJ for sure, right, is going to be in a similar position, maybe not injury wise, but to make a decision on going to the league where he's going to be. Everyone's going to look at him and say, "Man, that's one of the best guys at that position," versus coming back like you did, and you're always going to be a guy who was revered, but you come back like you did, and it goes from being from reverence to now it's iconic. Now you're one of the iconic guys. You set records in the Michigan uniform. You're 3-0 against Ohio State. It is kind of from a legacy standpoint moved to a different level. So can you take us through all the things that you were thinking about going in? How many of those that you've reached and what's left?
Going in after the season and just thinking it all over, it was just unfinished business for me. Now it took a while to come to that conclusion. All right, I'm going back. But deep down inside from the jump, I wanted to come back. I
Mm,
couldn't. I couldn't. There was a thought like, is it best that I go to the league? There was a thought in my head, but deep down inside, I wanted to come back the whole time. And for many reasons. I didn't want people to. I had a good career. I had a good 3-year career, but I didn't want people to remember me as someone that got hurt their last game playing there. I didn't want any of that. So, that was a big part. That was a major part. And then, you go into, being the first to graduate, the University of Michigan.
mm,
That was major for me. And I did that. I'm the first to have a degree. And then a bunch of my guys were coming back, and then you start thinking like, we've been to college football playoff twice. We haven't been able to win. You know, let's go do this thing again. Let's go do it again and see what we can make out of it. And that's what we're doing. So there was just so many things that went into coming back, and too many pros. And not enough cons.
mm.
And I'm blessed that I came back.
So when you talk to, Jim has talked, Coach Harbaugh has talked about, he told you to go. When he told you that, I mean, how did you react to that? What did you think in the moment when he said that to you?
When Coach Harbaugh, he said I would go, but he said I wouldn't. Basically, I wouldn't be mad if you came back either.
Yeah.
But he said at the end of the day, it's up to you. You have to make the decision, and it's all about what you want. What do you want out of it? And I wanted to come back. I
Mm.
wanted to, leave my legacy here and be considered as a legend and someone that made a difference. So, you know, um, I'm glad that I chose that, and we're gonna continue trying to reach the end goal.
Yeah.
But we've definitely marked off some goals along the way. But the job's not finished.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't ask you to tell me what you said if you said anything, but I'm just curious. You being in that position of having to make that decision, have any of your teammates who are about to be faced with that same choice, do they ask like Blake, man, what do you think? How did you do it? Are they seeking counsel from you on things like that?
You know, not yet. Because I think we're just so locked in and focused
Mhm.
on this next game and what's to come. But definitely, I believe some of my teammates will definitely come to me with questions. After we reach our goals. But as of
Mhm.
right now, everyone's just so locked in. We're not even thinking about what's next. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that, man. I think that people maybe didn't realize down the stretch, and I won't ask you to get specific, but man, looking at the team, knowing some of the guys, you guys are banged up. I know all teams are banged up, but it felt like, man, this team, people don't know how banged up you guys really are. So this month that a lot of some coaches lament, it feels like this could be such a key for you guys just to have this recovery time as you get ready for the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be major. A lot of guys, have been playing with dings and bruises and maybe even some broken bones. But this is a time, especially just this week that we've had off. Just a time to regroup. Take care of the body and get ready for this run. Because
Mhm,
the run's gonna be huge. But best believe, majority of us will be fresh. Besides the guys, that can't come back like Zach, but he'll be there with us. He just won't be able to play.
mhm.
But majority of the guys will be healthy and ready to go. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so you've had this week off. You're spending part of your off week doing the toy drive, which we'll come back around and talk about again. The toy drive that Blake is putting on, brought to you by Wolverine Boots, occurring over at Somerset Collection, North Grand Court, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday. Bring a toy, donate a toy. You get a chance to take a picture with the guys. But how have you spent your off week, Blake?
Uh,
You guys doing
you
different
know,
things? What are you doing?
Yeah, just been taking care of the body, take care of the mind. I'm actually in Florida right now, trying to soak up a little sun.
Hmm.
Just resting the mind. It's been a long season. So I'll be heading back tomorrow morning. But that's what I've been doing. I've been down here with my girlfriend, and we just been chilling. Really just relaxing, not doing anything but chilling, maybe on the beach,
Hmm.
grabbing a little food. But the body's feeling really well. I'm excited to make this run. Um, so that's what I've been doing, man. Just trying to get away. Sometimes it's good to get away for a little bit and just ease the mind. But and that's what I did.
You guys have been in this place before, Blake. It's been a great, great ride. Yeah, two Big Ten championships before that, two playoff appearances before that. Are there any sort of points, any parts of those experiences that you take away and you say, okay, this is how we're going to do something different in some way, shape, or form this time around, or is it just being more experienced that's going to lead to a different outcome in this particular run?
I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to experience, but along with, in a game like this, just like a house state game, it's about who makes the least mistakes, and takes care of the small things. How good do you execute your plays? How good do you, win two out of the three battles, which meaning when offense and defense, offensive special teams, defensive special teams, do you win two of the three?
Mhm.
And so I think that's what it comes down to. You have to play your game. You can't switch up too much because what you did, is obviously working really well because it got you there. But I think it's just experience and just taking care of the small things and execution.
Yeah, man. I think having you back, I think that's a big deal. I think having JJ healthy, I think that's a big deal. I look at the defense and you see how Mikey has emerged as not just a good player, but a great player. A
Yeah,
great player. And you got a lot of guys really showing up on defense, on special teams. James Turner has come in, a
James
father,
Turner.
all-time great, right? He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
his thing. And I got to shout out my young fella Samaj Morgan, doing
He's
his
doing
thing.
he's doing his thing. He's elusive.
Yeah, man. So getting his opportunity on special teams, just feel like a lot of the elements are coming together, just like they've come together for your toy drive. So let's come back around and talk about that again before you go. Blake's first toy drive over at Somerset Collection, North Grand Court, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And getting all your teammates involved in this, I can't get over that enough. Blake, if you can talk about some of the teammates out the top of your head that you know are going to be there with you.
Yeah, just getting my teammates involved was huge, and everyone just reached out. They want to, So Junior, Mike, I know Colston, Will, um, those are just some on the top of my head that reached out. They said, "Hey, can I come early?"
Hmm.
And I don't even know, how early the rest of will come, but I know a bunch of my teammates are coming, and it's going to be a great time. Um, so I hope you guys get there early. I guess it starts at 11. I'll be it starts at 11. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
there around 10.
Hmm.
So if you're there early, I'm there early. So come. I'm gonna have a special surprise for you. My girlfriend, she's an author. She'll be selling books that will be being donated. So if you buy a book, you get an autographed picture of me as
Okay.
well. So it's called a speed read. So the Wolverine National Guard and Wolverine boots, they'll be pulling maybe your kids out online to go to the speed read. They'll get a free hat, wristband, and with the purchase of a book, half of that will go to a donation for rent relief, and you will get a signed autograph from me, a picture that will be inside the book as well. So that's something special I'm doing for everyone as well. It's a great book, great for kids, great gift along with you can frame the picture as well. So that's something special as well, along with all my teammates being there, along with Wolverine boots giving away special little codes, maybe access codes or some flannels.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be a great time.
Look, for anybody who wants their clothing, their boots, their to represent what they do. If they're blue collar, you want to be a Wolverine, right? It just
Most definitely.
yeah, you blue collar all the way, Blake. We know that about you, and that's why I think that partnership Wolverine boots is so fitting. 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. this Saturday over at Somerset Collection, North Grand Court, Blake Corum Toy Drive, brought to you by Wolverine Boots. Got to shout out Champion Circle.
Champion Circle, yes, sir.
National Guard. Again, so much great support. And of course, all the teammates of Blake's that are going to be there. You donate a toy, you will get a picture. And then Blake just threw in an extra incentive. You purchase a book, you're going to, from his girlfriend, by his girlfriend, you're going to get also an autographed picture. Plenty of great opportunities to give back to the community, and also, some extra incentives for you as well. So come on, I hope to see you there. We're going to be broadcasting live here on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. Also got to shout out the signing event, Blake, because that takes place.
Shout it out. Yep, yes, sir.
Takes place a little bit later, 2:30
right
to
after
4:30, right?
2:30 to 4:30, autograph signing. A lot of my teammates will be at that one. The guys that really are going to autograph signing, they'll be there for the toy drive as well. So, it's just going to be a great day, to be a Wolverine. And so, the autograph signing will take place at 2:30 with a bunch of my teammates as well. So, shout that out. Shout out to Champion Circle. Shout out to, everyone that has come together to, put this beautiful thing in place.
Yeah, that you can get tickets for the autograph signing on the Champion Circle website. There's a QR code for you to scan and get your tickets in advance. That's from 2:30 to 4:30. Also a Somerset Collection as well. So toy drive first. That's free. Just bring your toy to donate. You can also purchase toys on site from Lego, Build-A-Bear, Toys R Us. They're going to donate up to the first 100 toys as well with a $25 value. They're going to match those. So again, want to see you there. Get there early if you can over at the Somerset Collection this Saturday. Can't wait to see you, Blake. Appreciate you, my man.
One last thing before I go. If you go on Champion Circle and you would like to help out with rent relief, I believe you can go to the event page on Champion Circle's website, and you can donate there. So if you would like to help families that need help during this season, and you would like to help out with rent relief, we will be helping families as well with that. So, that's on Champion Circle's page. I believe if you go to the event section, you can donate there.
Well, what we're going to do, Blake, is we're going to tweet that out too. And as we're broadcasting live, we're going to have that link scrolling across the bottom of the live feed. So everybody watching nationwide, people who can't be there, are going to be able to support your rent relief efforts. All right?
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. See you there.
All right. That was Blake Corum.